This is Shyamal Saxena, who is a career banker and is currently starting his own business. Shyamal, why don't you give us a brief of your career?
Well, my career can be defined in one word, banker. So that's all I have done right through, I would say, what, about 26, 27 years of my life. And after I finished my education, my MBA, I got into banking and I never left banking after that. So I've been a banker and only a banker.
Okay. So, what was the main motivation to be a banker?
So I always had a bit of a inclination towards finance and numbers, and I thought banking gave me a way to convert that into a profession and still stay close to my interest of uh, dealing with numbers and dealing in
Mhm.
concepts of finance.
Hmm. All right. Which organizations have you worked for in the past?
Well, I've worked for a few organizations, a few big banks. Just to give you a few names, I've worked for Bank of America, for HDFC Bank, and for Standard Chartered Bank.
Okay. How do you use technology and how do you think technology will play a role in your line of business?
So, could you repeat the question?
How do you use technology and how do you think technology will play a role in your line of business?
Well, huge, right? So, technology is something that has redefined banking business over the years. And I have seen it happen in two different phases. I saw it happening when the internet first came into existence and became a part of our daily lives. And I'm talking about the period around 95, 96, going on to about the year 2000. And I'm seeing it again in the last 3 to 5 years when smartphones have become a part of our lives, and virtually everyone now, whether they're shopping or they are into entertainment or they're learning, and now even doing banking, are actually doing it all off their smartphone. So technology has literally redefined how banking is done the world over.
Okay, what are the skills someone should have to succeed in your field?
So first of all, you need to have a love for numbers because all said and done, banking is about a lot of numbers. It's about looking at balances. It's about looking at debits and credits. It's about looking at interest rates and many such basic concepts that we all learn in school, right? So you need to like that kind of work or those kind of areas. So that's the first one. Second is, of course, banking involves working with a lot of other people. So when you walk into a bank branch, you would typically see there are a lot of people sitting there, each one doing their own work, and they all work as a team to help serve the customers. So you need to be enjoying working in a team with other people. And the third skill is, or the third area I would highlight is that you need to enjoy meeting customers, solving their problems, right? Because that is all that bankers ultimately do. And fourth, and by no measure, the least, is love for technology now. If you do not have a inclination for technology or you do not have a passion to use technology in your line of work, then the way banking gets done today, you could find yourself left out very, very quickly.
Okay, how do you measure success?
Well, I measure success purely in one way, which is from the ratings that customers give us as a bank or as a banker. And the higher is that rating, I think the more successful we are.
Mhm. What guidance do you have for those who are looking for a similar career?
Well, first and foremost, uh, as I said when a couple of questions back, you need to first enjoy this kind of work, right? So if you don't enjoy mingling with people, doing number crunching, looking at financial concepts, and perhaps this is not the line for you, right? So the first requirement is you should enjoy this kind of work. Uh, Second is there is no shortcut to success other than hard work. So many youngsters today are looking at shortcuts to success, but there is nothing like that in the real world. So you have to patiently work your way through uh, different, uh, I would say, assignments, roles, uh,
Mm,
sometimes even shift cities or departments and so on, as you start becoming more senior, getting a bigger responsibility, and starting to start measuring your success in terms of what is the importance that you actually have in the organization
mhm.
that you're working for. But you have to be ready to go through those steps. And the way I would suggest youngsters to look at it is that each one of those steps is a great learning opportunity, which prepares you for the next level of difficulty, which is your next step in your progression. So one should never look at that step as something which is futile or does not contribute to your success, because everything that you learned right from step 10 and as you climb your way up to the highest step one, okay, is very, very, very essential for you to be successful once you reach the top.
Okay. Thank you, Shyamal. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. And